Saturday, we obviously talk of the town, Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. fight. Freaking awesome, bro. Awesome. So yeah, me, Marly Marl, and a couple of other friends, Matty Savage, who featured on the pod, Raf, who I don't know why he's not been on the pod yet, but
he's been calling for it for a minute. So.
Yeah. We need to get him on because I swear he's even meant to be one of the original members, like once upon a time, innit? Yeah. So Raf, and then B-Man, you might hear his name a lot, but he's too much of a puss to come on the pod for some reason.
I coaxed him. He said he's gonna come. He's gonna come eventually.
He's lying. I'm letting you know right now. He lied to you. But yeah, man. So yeah, all of us we went to the fight, man. And I can't lie, man. It was sick. Because obviously when Arsenal was in the doldrums once upon a time, obviously I needed to find another love in it. And I don't
boxing welcome you.
Yeah, boxing really welcome. And it substantiated all my desires, like all the violence that was running through my vein at the time. Would you call me?
Well, that's a pause.
Pause. I thought he was going to call me a puss. I was like, what did I do this time? But man. So but it was brilliant, man. And to obviously be there with the boys. Obviously Marly Marl as well, like being a, I wouldn't say you're as deep into boxing as I am.
Nah, I'm a fight enthusiast. I like fighting. I'm a UFC guy usually. But yeah, for the big British fights, I'll lock in it. Great spectacle, man.
It was good because that's what I was gonna say. It was good, like kind of witnessing how Marly Marl enjoyed it. Because then it was like, nah, this is actually a sick event. Because like when someone is like enjoys the sport but isn't like proper like into it, and you see how they enjoy it, you're like, this was dope. Because I weren't sure if I was just mad giddy, like because I was getting bare. I was getting like a lot of responses to some of my socials because obviously if anyone follows me on social media, I was legit screaming when Chris Eubank Sr.
I was going to say, the Stone Cold music come on.
Bro, it was like the Rock, bro, at WrestleMania. It was insane,
bro. The whole place erupted, bro. Like I couldn't believe it. I was like, hold on, is that him? Because obviously Marly Marl and I, we've been slewing him all week. Like, how are you going to do that to your son, kind of thing, like, etc. And when he showed up, bro, it was like. It's like all of that went out the window, bro. I'm like, it was like a WrestleMania production, bro. It's like they planned it, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro. And then the fight itself was sick. And the card in general was deep. I felt...
Do you think so? I didn't like the cards.
You know what? Again, I think this is the part where, because I enjoy the sport, so I'm like invested in some of the stories.
Yeah.
So like, I thought Anthony Yarde and Lyndon Arthur, that fight was a little bit... It was a bit of an anticlimax in my opinion, just because it went on too long. They both weren't match sharp. Weren't match sharp.
That's what
I'm even hearing Anthony Yarde blaming Joshua Boatsi for that. I'm like,
why?
Because
they were meant to fight each other.
They had a gentleman's agreement, and obviously Boatsi was keeping himself doing the right thing in my opinion, keeping himself active, testing himself. He ended up losing to Callum Smith not long ago, but apparently him and Yarde was meant to fight. But Yarde's kind of like, and I like Anthony Yarde, so if he ends up watching this, like, but he's been stinking. Listening, he's been stinking recently, man. We have to call it. We have to keep it a buck, like. So why would you jump into that fight? Like, you need to build the fight better. You need to have good performances, and even that one against Lyndon Arthur, I don't think that's gonna put any more extra bums on seats other than what he's already got. So anyway, obviously that's the co-main. So you've had a, in my opinion, a decent card. Obviously Marly Marl saying differently, and then you get to the main event.
Yeah, that was and it delivered.
Yeah,
proper.
They were going after it, man. That's what you want to see. If you're paying good money, you want to see like two warriors going after it, man.
You see in the group chat, because obviously me watching it versus you being there, because I think I thought Conor Benn was blowing. But then you said Eubank was blowing. As soon as you said that, I was like, then I started to look and he was blowing. But then you remember he's had to lose weight.
It was a wake up. It was definitely a wake up.
Yeah.
But you know what though? Like, obviously you Marly Marl attested this. Like, I had Eubank kind of up, you know.
Yeah, I had him up. Yeah.
But there was bare guys around me that was just disagreeing. Like, it was like, nah, man, Ben, it's 50-50. Now Ben's ahead. Especially in the beginning.
Maybe the first 2 rounds.
I ain't watched it back, to be fair. But at the time, I remember thinking, like, I couldn't split them for a couple of those rounds. And then I was giving Eubank the edge. Like, I thought he was doing the better work.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So I'd love to like watch it back and see if I still maintain that opinion. Like, I agree that it must have been a close fight because everyone's saying it, but
because I thought it was a draw. I thought a draw would have been a good result.
Yeah,
just for them to run it
back.
The
thing is, but you saw Ben started quick, but then I was saying, imagine I was watching it with my missus.
Yeah.
And I was saying, surely this guy can't keep the same pace.
But he surprisingly,
he did, but you could see he kind of plateaued a little bit, and then
the skill level starts
exactly, exactly.
But and obviously being a small fella myself, you know, I also go gym and that. So I don't really, I don't like perpetuating this whole thing. But the bigger man kind of.
But when people say they're bigger man, but ultimately their weights were more or less the same, right? Just that Conor Benn was just smaller, and Eubank was taller.
Yeah, so what happened?
But weight-wise, they're probably near enough the same, right?
No, actually, because not too far from each other. I know what you're saying, but no. So their weight class would be, obviously the fight limit was 160 pounds, yeah? Mm-hmm. So Conor Benn, he usually fights at 147.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
he's gone up two weight classes. So there's 154 after.
But that's good for him, though.
That is good for him. But he probably came in at about 156 or something like that. And then after he rehydrates, he might be in the ring at maybe 170. I don't know. Something like that. Now, Chris Eubank, he's he's probably in the ring usually at probably like 180 or something like that. But because of this rehydration clause, he was boiled down. So he could only get to 170 at 8 a.m. And then he has the rest of that day to kind of put his weights back on. But it's not natural because you've had to boil yourself down. And then all of a sudden, you're now, obviously you're rehydrating, you're putting the weight back on, but your body's not naturalizing to what is...
Especially when you're about to perform.
When you're about to perform everything. So actually, there probably was a weight disparity, but more so than that, I think there's the way there's the sciences of it. It can't be safe. That's why there was such a big discussion about it. Like, should you have a rehydration clause? But then I can hear the other side as well, like what Dennis Strada's probably alluded to. Well, if Conor Benn's the smaller man and they've agreed this fight weight, what's the big hype? But there is a science towards it. That's why there's a massive convo about it. That's why Senior in the beginning was dead against it.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing on the socials a lot of people saying they don't want to see a rematch because that delivered.
I've seen that a lot.
Yeah. Do you know it was a good event? How did you feel when you was going home? Because obviously leaving them stadiums is a long thing, innit?
Yeah.
But if you're happy when you're leaving them and you're queuing and all that kind of stuff, that's how you know it was a perfect event, man.
I'm happy about it. But honestly, I think for man them everywhere, like, go to a boxing event, man. It's a laugh, it's good vibes, good community spirit.
You love to make friends in the stadium as well, bro. That's the second time. Well, this guy makes so many chums, bro.
I've made a friend for life. Was there any scraps in the crowd?
But there's always that fight.
Yeah, I love it, bro.
But that's all part of it, though, right? That's all part of
going to
a boxing
I didn't know that until Marly Marl pointed it out. I was like, are you sure this? Because, like he said, I'm quite friendly, so I'm out there making friends. But I didn't know there's people out there fighting, bro.
Yeah, they love it, bro.
And then they get drunk. What were you like saying about Billy Joe Saunders calling Napa rubber lips?
That's crazy.
First of all, that guy's a dumb dude. Anyway,
I had rubber lips in primary school.
That's crazy.
I know people are saying it's racist and all the rest of that, but I just think he's just like that.
Yeah. He seems like it's a wind-up, bro.
Yeah, he's a wind-up. I don't know if it's politically correct to call them gypsies or whatnot, but that's what he calls himself. You know what I mean? The travellers, whatnot. You know, the way that they've been brought up, like, they got no behaviour, bro. Like,
but like, obviously...
Their sons and their mums will tell their dad, fuck off, you can't.
Yeah, obviously it's a bit nuts, but at the same time, it's a word, innit? Like, it's a name calling, and at the end of the day, these men punch up each other, innit? So I'm sure it'd be worse if they start punching up rather than calling them.
Yeah, because it's because he called him rubber lips and big nose or something.
Big nose,
yeah. Rolled up the old school.
Yeah, bro.
Rolled the sleeves.
I was about to call him an APC, bro.
I'm sure he went
Call him an African beauty cleaner. Like, fucking hell.
Nah, it's mad crazy.
No, but that's what happened, though.
Nah, that held it down. That held it. He goes, you ain't coming in. You're coming in, bro.
But I didn't know it was his manager.
No, bro.
Is he his manager?
Yeah,
his manager. He's got a couple fighters now, you know.
Yeah.
I can't lie. Napa's like, I was saying, I'd love to have a sit down.
I was confused.
I'd find out how you did this. I'd love to work in that industry. Even though I hear it's mad, but I'd love to do a little bit of
because was it? You wanted a job from someone. I remember you messaged him. Was it?
Well, I didn't know what anybody.
I remember.
Was it?
The other one.
What's his name?
Eddie.
Well, the other one. What's the other one? That's now Shelley.
Oh, allow it.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Who's that one again?
Maloney.
Maloney. Frank Maloney.
Yeah, Malone.
Malone.
Pre. Or post?
No, but I didn't miss.
Oh, okay.
Post
Malone.
I haven't messaged anyone. Once upon a time, Eddie Hearn's number used to be in my phone book.
Shit, yeah. Okay.
But like, obviously, when you're an estate agent, obviously I work in property as well. You meet a few people, like even was it Spencer Fearon? I was trying to find him somewhere. Like this was many, many years ago. These guys probably might not even remember, so to speak. So you meet a couple of people and you hold on to a few numbers just in case. They've all changed now.
Sorry, which one of you? Hey, which one of you man messaged Cristiano Ronaldo happy birthday?
That would be Dre, man.
Is that Dre?
Probably. Right.
Hang on.
We were playing like that.